Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I know I don't really have any other kind of videos on my channel besides like some gaming ones or ones from when I was little. I don't know if I'll keep those on there, but anyways, I am recently pregnant. I'm actually 8 weeks at this point in time. I'm recording this January 5th, 2020. And I kind of want to just make like a little video week by week kind of blog for myself and for anybody out there who's interested or maybe who can compare to my journey, who would like to compare with my journey. But this video, I'll stick to just weeks 1 through 4, my confusion, my ovulation, all that fun stuff. So I have a little notepad, so if I'm looking down, it's because I am just trying to read my notes. And I like this little notepad, so if anybody is interested in one, it's pocket size, but it's the Cambridge edition. I don't know if it's from like TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something. I got it as a gift from my mother-in-law, and it is honestly amazing. I like it because it has like the dates, like you can see like the month and the days like up here. Ignore my nails. So yeah, if I'm doing like daily notes, at least I can document it here. I also have this little pregnancy journal. It doesn't start until week 6, so I don't really have anything to go back on besides whatever notes I documented in my apps for pregnancy. I'm recording on my phone, so I can't really show you those apps, but you know, just search in pregnancy apps. There's a lot out there. I think Pregnancy Plus is pretty cool. I really like that one. Ovia is a really cool one. What to Expect is one that I really like because there's a community where people can actually chat, and you chat with other moms like with the same month due date. But yeah, so I also have this little book. Again, doesn't start till week 6, but I'll get more into that one, I don't know, later. Okay, so to catch you up between weeks 1 and 4, now again, I'm doing this for myself pretty much. But you know, it's really for my own documentation, for me to look back to see, maybe compare pregnancies in the future. But yeah, so I hope that someone out there likes this enough to subscribe and follow along with my journey. Maybe share your stories, you know, comment if I'm, you know, hitting any type of situations that you may have. I know that I worded that poorly, but just look at my notes here. We had started trying after our honeymoon. We left on 10/31, we came back 11/9, and we had taken a cruise, and we had visited a few islands, one of them being Puerto Rico. And the reason why we kind of held off on trying was because of Zika and other diseases and bacteria and all that fun stuff that is out there. We wanted to make sure that when it came time to become pregnant, that we were safe and healthy, and you know, the baby was in, you know, obviously the front of our minds when trying, so we wanted to make sure that there was nothing that could jeopardize a pregnancy. So after we had gotten back, well, actually on the actual honeymoon, sorry, I feel like I'm not speaking as fluently. It's because I had already recorded all this, so I do apologize, bear with me. On the honeymoon, I actually was 2 weeks late for my period, so I actually thought that I was pregnant the whole time. So when we were on the island, when we visited Puerto Rico on November 6th, I actually had looked out our stateroom balcony, and we actually had saw a Walgreens, and I was like, oh my goodness. I grabbed my husband, I was like, look, this is fate, we have to go, we have to get off the boat, we have to go take a pregnancy test, like this could be it. I was like, we need to hurry up, go get breakfast, get off, like now. I couldn't even eat breakfast, I was so nervous, like I just wanted to find out. So unfortunately, it was not positive. Now mind you, we were protecting ourselves. I had, you know, I had done all my research, everything prior regarding Zika or any other things that I needed to be aware of when visiting the different islands through the cruise. But you know, we didn't get any bites or anything like that, so we're completely fine. Okay, so with that being said, I had taken a test, and unfortunately it was negative, and I was kind of bummed out, but I had to brush it off. It wasn't like we had been trying at that point. It's just that we had made our first attempt towards the end of October. So because we had made our first attempt, I thought it was possible. Being 2 weeks late, I think overall I must have just been really stressed with the honeymoon. I hate flying, and we had to fly, and I wasn't a fan, but it was the honeymoon, so how do you not take advantage of, you know, going away, right? And we didn't really go far. We stayed within the States, obviously. But anyways, so we had taken a test. It was negative, or I had taken a test. It was negative. Again, 2 weeks late, but the next day I had read on the box that it was better to take it the first, you know, first thing in the morning. So the next day I woke up on Thursday, 11/7. I had taken one right away, and that was also negative, unfortunately. And then I was blessed with my period, and that was wonderful. And that's okay, it's life, it is what it is, and I didn't let it ruin my honeymoon. Being that I had gotten my period on 11/7, that would make that my last period before I got pregnant. I had taken a test on 12/6, not really expecting for it to be positive. I was kind of hoping that I was pregnant before Thanksgiving, that way I could announce it to the family, except I was pregnant and I just didn't know it. I didn't take a test, didn't think anything of it. I knew that I was ovulating that last week. I think I started ovulating, let me see my notes, from 11/21 to 12/4. So I know that we have made those attempts for making a baby within that time frame, but I called it our homework. We did our homework as much as we could during ovulation, because I really wanted to start our next chapter. It's what I've always wanted, and this was the time, so I wanted to take advantage of it. So in Puerto Rico, we had taken the test. It was negative. Just to recap, this, with my period being on 11/7, that gives me a due date of 8/13 to 2020. So August 13th, 2020, as of right now, is my official due date. We had confirmed that with an ultrasound, and I'll kind of talk about that within, I guess, my next video of week updates. So basically, up until this point, I really only had like some soreness, and you know, I had like maybe one major mood swing, and I had asked my sister, because she already has a son, if this was normal. Is this it? Like, could this be that I'm pregnant finally? And she was like, nah, it's probably nothing, you know, that didn't happen for me. And I didn't think anything of it, so I didn't take a test until 12/6, when I had just this, I just knew I had a test at home. So I was like, I don't know, my chest has been sore, I'm probably just gonna get my period, maybe my cycles are just all out of whack. I don't know what possessed me to do it, because even when I took the test, I'm like talking to my loved ones up above, and I'm like, please, like, let this be positive. I mean, I knew that we were trying. I don't know, I know that it doesn't show up right away with a pregnancy test, and it was definitely like 2 weeks before my next expected period, but I don't know. For the first time, I took a test and I questioned it, and I started to see a little line, and I'm like, okay, well, I've never not saw a negative test, so this must be a possibility. And I was asking my sister, and she's like, yep, take a digital, and I did, and it was actually positive. So that next day, this is December 6th, December 7th, we had planned to go have dinner with my family, and I did tell my mom right away. I needed to tell her because she's my best friend. I needed someone to talk to, or to share my symptoms with, or to ask questions, and I didn't really have anyone besides my sister, and I didn't want to tell anybody until I had really seen a doctor and had confirmation, or an ultrasound, really. So I did tell her right away. I gave her like I gave my parents like a little box, and it had some baby stuff in it with the pregnancy test, which I kind of think is weird, like a pea stick in a box, whatever. Oh well. And it had like, Santa's not the only one coming to town, and she instantly, you know, she teared up, and you know, it was a happy moment, and it was exciting. And you know, so my family did know right away, and then I told my husband's family a little bit after that, after I had more confirmation, after I saw the doctor and stuff like that, and I felt more comfortable. And again, I'm still at the edge of my seat. I still want to make sure that everything goes smoothly. I'm still very early in this, and I just want to make sure that I'm healthy, the baby's healthy, and that everything goes nice and smooth. So with that being said, between weeks 1 and 4, I had I'm just going to touch on some symptoms. I had a lot of food aversions, I guess. not so much up until week 4. Maybe it was like my next few weeks, like 5, 6, and 7. But other than like a sore chest and maybe some cramping that I thought was just maybe an early period, it was really just early period symptoms. I didn't have anything else. I wasn't nauseous, I wasn't queasy. I know it's still kind of early for all those kind of things to happen, but you know, I did find out the 4th week. So I don't know if I had just started producing HCG. I don't know how soon it really happened. I really didn't do too much homework and research into it too much. But you know, I'm learning as I'm going. I don't have any guides. I really focus on apps. I think I have like 9 of them, and then I will purchase a book soon, but I know my sister has some, so I'm gonna ask her for those. I think actually what's really funny is my main symptom after Thanksgiving, which was I think the 28th, right? Yeah, it was like it was really late this year. It was like the 28th. And I was so bloated that Monday I couldn't even fit my pants, like my nice work slacks, or my pencil skirts. Like that Monday I was like, oh my god, how much turkey did I eat? I was like, what? Like I couldn't even believe it. Like I was shocked, and I was like, oh my god, like how much turkey? Like it'll go away, but like, oh my god, did I eat that much turkey that I can't even fit my work clothes? Like that next weekend I was like, oh my god, and I didn't think I ate that much turkey. But I think it was just part of the pregnancy symptoms, the bloating. The bloating still hasn't gone down for me. So it's been 8 weeks and I still can't fit my work slacks, and that's fine. And I know I won't be able to fit them for the next 7 months, but it is what it is. You know, it's just kind of the things that you sacrifice when you enter this next phase, and you just kind of have to accept it. And I've accepted it, and it's totally fine. But it was funny because I just really thought I ate like too much turkey. But so yeah, so other than a sore chest, nothing else has really changed for me too much. It's just kind of going with the flow. Up until I'll touch more on some of the symptoms as the weeks have progressed. I have had my ultrasound and all of that, so stay tuned for the next video to kind of find out what's to come. So thanks for watching my first video from week 1 to 4. And I hope you guys kind of want to stay tuned and share your stories with me about how you found out and everything like that. I'm curious. Thank you guys. See you in the next one.